Welcome back, my darlings, to another luxurious episode of Kacy's Boudoir, the place where confidence, sensuality, and unapologetic self-love meet. I'm your host, Kacy Duke, and today we're diving deep into a topic that has been whispered about, avoided, and even outright shamed for far too long: reclaiming your sensual power. This episode is called From Shame to Shameless, and we're here to have an honest, heart-centered conversation about shedding societal stigmas around sensuality and stepping fully into your authentic self. Because let's face it, darling, the world has tried to dim your light for too long, and it's time to shine unapologetically. Now let me start by saying this. Shame is a heavy, sticky thing. It lingers in the corners of our minds, often planted there by others, whether it's society, family, culture, or outdated expectations. And when it comes to sensuality, your natural divine right to feel pleasure, confidence, and connection, shame can be particularly destructive. But here's the good news, loves. Shame isn't permanent. It's a story you've been told, not a truth you're bound to. And today, we're rewriting that story together. So grab your favorite glass of wine, tea, or whatever makes you feel divine, and let's explore how to move from shame to shameless. Part 1, the root of shame. To overcome shame, we need to understand where it comes from. So let's ask ourselves, where did we first learn to feel shame about our bodies, our desires, or our sensuality? Was it a comment someone made when you were young? A cultural message that said your body was something to cover, hide, or control? Or maybe it was a fear of being judged for embracing your femininity and confidence. Shame often comes from the idea that sensuality is dangerous, inappropriate, or even something to fear. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Sensuality is your birthright. It's your connection to your body, your emotions, and to your power. It is not about performance. It's about presence. Part 2, recognizing shame in your life. Now, let's get personal. How does shame show up in your life? Does it look like self-doubt when you dress in a way that makes you feel sexy? Does it sound like that little voice in your head that says you're too much for taking up space? Or maybe it's the discomfort you feel when you're complimented, as if you're not allowed to own your beauty or power. Recognizing these moments is the first step in reclaiming your sensual power. Shame thrives in silence, but when you name it, when you shine a light on it, it begins to lose its grip. Part 3, moving from shame to shameless. So how do we move from shame to shameless? Here are some steps to get you started. Number 1, acknowledge and accept. First, acknowledge the shame you're carrying without judgment. Say it to yourself. This isn't mine to hold anymore. This isn't mine to hold anymore. Acceptance doesn't mean you agree with the shame. It means you're ready to release it. Number 2, reconnect with your body. Your body is your home, not something to be criticized or hidden. Dance, stretch, or simply stand in front of the mirror and say, "This is me and I am beautiful." Reconnecting with your body is an act of defiance against shame. Number 3, redefine sensuality on your terms. Sensuality doesn't have to fit anyone else's definition. Maybe it's the way you laugh, the way you savor your favorite dessert, or the way you wear that bold red lipstick. Sensuality is about what feels good for you. Number 4, Speak your truth. Start small. Share your journey with a trusted friend or write it down in a journal. Speaking your truth is a powerful way to reclaim your narrative and silence shame. Number 5, create shameless rituals. Infuse sensuality into your daily life. Light a candle while you read. Wear your favorite fragrance even if no one's around. Or take 5 minutes to just breathe and feel. These small rituals remind you that you deserve pleasure every single day. Before we go, my darlings, here are some affirmations that help you embrace your journey from shame to shameless. Repeat these to yourself whenever you need a reminder of your power. I release the shame that no longer serves me. My sensuality is my strength, my birthright, my gift. I am allowed to feel joy, pleasure, and connection without apology. I honor my body as a sacred, beautiful home. I am bold, shameless, and fully in my power. Say them out loud, write them down, or carry them in your heart. These words are for you. And here's a mantra to carry with you throughout your day. I am unapologetically me. Say it with me now, slowly and with intention. I am unapologetically me. Take a deep breath and let it sink in and repeat it whenever you need to reconnect with your power. Now, you didn't think I'd let you leave the boudoir without a little homework, did you? Don't worry, my loves. It's the fun kind. Let's try some mirror magic. Stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself. Not critically, but lovingly. Find one thing you adore about your reflection. It could be your smile, the curve of your hips, or the sparkle in your eyes. Say out loud, "This is me and I am beautiful." Next, reclaim something sensual. Think of something that makes you feel sensual and joyful, but you've held back from because of shame. Maybe it's wearing the bold red lipstick. Maybe it's dancing in your living room or buying that lingerie just for you. Do it this week without hesitation or apology. Last but not least, write down the answer to this question. What does a shameless version of me look like? How does she or he act, speak, and move through the world? Write freely and let your imagination take you there. This is your homework, but remember, it's also your joy work. Take your time, savor the process, and let it bring you closer to your authentic self. My loves, the journey from shame to shameless isn't always easy, but it's so, so worth it. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep celebrating your sensual power. And remember, your desires matter. That's all for today's episode. I hope you feel inspired to release the shame that's been holding you back and step fully into your shameless, sensual self. Remember, you are worthy of joy, pleasure, and unapologetic self-love. Stay bold, stay curious, stay unapologetically you. And always remember, no one can dim your light unless you let them. Velvet kisses coming at ya. Mwah!